Coming up on today's Philadelphia 76ers Now, why Joel Embiid is the NBA MVP and Nikola Jokic is not. But before we get started, if you think that the process is better than the Joker, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video, and stay tuned as we take a deep breakdown into all of this coming up right now. All right, this is Philadelphia 76ers Now by Chat Sports. Appreciate all of you for joining us. I'm Chase Sr. And on today's show, I want to take a deep look as to why Joel Embiid is the NBA's MVP and Nikola Jokic is not. Obviously, this is an arms race between two of the most unique bigs in the history of the NBA, and they've really been neck and neck the last two seasons to win MVP. It's been the Joker who's won the previous two, and back-to-back years as he's won it, Joel Embiid has been the NBA MVP runner-up. Now, you look at the numbers here. These are two different players. Embiid is the better scorer. Nikola Jokic, the better all-around offensive player. But then Joel Embiid is the better defensive player. Embiid this year averaging 33 points per game, 10 rebounds, a block and a half per night, and also able to deflect some passes, which leads to steals, 1.1 steals per night, and he's shooting just shy of 54% from the deck. For the Joker, he's averaging only 24 points per game, but he does have the edge in the rebounding category, less blocks than Embiid by about 1 per game. Steals, he actually has the edge on Embiid very slightly, and field goal percentage, he's out shooting Embiid in terms of efficiency by about 10 percentage points. But of course, with Nikola Jokic, we have to pay our respects to him, and we have to factor in what he does rebounding the basketball and what he does in dishing out the basketball, because we didn't show that on the previous graphic. So we took a look at the points at 24 points per game, just shy of 12 boards. He has the assist edge because his vision, some of the most unique that we've ever seen from a guy at his size with that caliber of vision. And he's doing all of this in less than 34 minutes per night. Once again, for the third consecutive year, this is a special NBA MVP race. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid are two of the most unique players and certainly two of the most unique centers in the history of this great game. As for the Joker, a very unique blend of offensive skills. He's arguably and probably is the best passing big of all time, and his feel for the game is tremendous. And that's why he's seemingly able to convert on some of these passes behind the back, no looks, and he can see a window like Tom Brady fitting a football inside a keyhole. The Joker is able to do the same with finding some of those passing lanes and create opportunities for his teammates to put the biscuit in the basket. For the process in Embiid, he has the physicality and force like Shaquille O'Neal. He also has the finesse at that size and the footwork of Hakeem Olajuwon. The process as compared to the Joker, he can back you down on the low block. He can hit a pull-up mid-range jimmy. He can give you that jab step and hit some jumpers from the baseline, the elbow, but also a pull-up three, a step-back three. And some of those elements to his offensive arsenal, the Joker just does not have that in his respective offensive arsenal. And for Embiid, I think he's the better all-around scorer, but here's really where I think Embiid has the edge for NBA MVP. He is the supreme defender. Of course, when you boil this down, the MVP debate comes down to this. If you take both players off of their respective teams, the Denver Nuggets would not be the number one seed in the Western Conference, albeit it's a weaker Western Conference this year, but still, they've been playing really well in that 1-2 punch with Jokic as well as Jamal Murray. It's been really, really good. If you took Embiid off the Sixers, they would be screwed. Yes, James Harden's having a really good year. Tyrese Maxey back in the starting lineup. He's starting to find a groove once again, and his confidence is increasing. But who is more valuable to their team? Is it Embiid or is it Jokic? And this is why I think Embiid is that guy, and this is why I think he has the edge on Jokic to win MVP. On a down night, Embiid can still impact a game tremendously defensively. Jokic doesn't to the same degree because he simply does not have the same defensive ability. The Joker would never do what Embiid did against Giannis on Saturday night. First of all, it's Embiid, Harden, Maxey, as well as McDaniels leading that comeback charge. It was the best win of the season for the Sixers, one of their best regular season wins in this Embiid era. But what happened late in that game? It was Embiid locking up Giannis, and not many people in the NBA, if any, can defend Giannis like that, alter his path to the rim, alter his shots and his vision around the basket, come through with a really good defensive stand, and then hit that three-pointer. Pump fake, and he's able to cush it home like Embiid did. Giannis can't do that. The Joker can't really do that, and that's why I just think Embiid has the edge to win NBA MVP. He's put the team on his back over the last couple of weeks. They had that tremendous road stand, and I just think that Embiid has more profound fingerprints on a basketball game, especially in crunch time, than Jokic, who is able to distribute the basketball, has that special vision. He can rebound it really well as well, but Embiid comes through in the guts of the game a little bit more so on both ends as compared to Jokic. So, with that, another poll question for you. Who is the NBA MVP? Do we have some Sixers fans in the chat who are going to type that NJ? Or are you going Embiid all the way? Type JE. As you venture down to the comment section, please make sure you subscribe to the channel here on Philadelphia 76ers Now for more year-round Sixers content. We push out multiple videos per week, mailbags, news, rumors, analysis, that and a whole lot more. And shoot, when the NBA playoffs come around, maybe you can expect some watch parties. It's youtube.com/76erstv. Lock us in. Let's round out today's show with just a couple of thoughts. And, of course, there's this national bias against Embiid, and I don't really understand why. He does not get enough love simply nationally. And it's odd to me because Embiid is a likable guy. He's an entertaining guy. He's a fun listen in some post-game press conferences. And for Embiid, we've never really seen an athlete like him. We've never really seen a basketball player like him. And that's why it confuses me why he's not involved in some of these national storylines more often than he is. The Embiid and the Sixers mount a comeback on Saturday night. It's a nationally televised game. They snapped the Bucks' 16-game winning streak. Everybody's talking about the Bucks as a team that's going to come out of the Eastern Conference, and the Sixers mount that comeback in impressive fashion. There's hardly a peep nationally, though, but Nikola Jokic has a nice little behind-the-back or no-look pass, and that blows up on SportsCenter. This is really what it comes down to for both players, and let's be fair, as I believe we've been fair all throughout today's show. Both Embiid and Jokic have to get it done in the playoffs. They have to prove that they can be the number one option and get their team past the second round for Embiid, or for the Joker outside of the NBA bubble, get to the Western Conference Finals as that number one seed and put yourselves in a legitimate opportunity to win an NBA championship. The big question with both of these players, they're both great. They're both unique. They're both, able to do some special things on the hardwood, but can you win a title in today's NBA with a center? As a big guy, as the number one option. I hope that at some point Embiid and the Joker win an NBA championship. Hopefully it doesn't come against one another. Hopefully they both get their rings, they both get their recognition. But is it going to happen? I think that you win in the NBA and you win titles with wings and guards, but it would be refreshing to see a change of pace and see a big as the go-to option and guys who are future Hall of Famers win an NBA championship by putting a team on their back. So if you think Embiid is the MVP, type his jersey number down below in the comment section. As always, we appreciate all of you for rocking and rolling with us, and subscribe to the show, youtube.com/76erstv, for the best, most unique, most informative, and entertaining Sixers coverage right here on YouTube.